Hi, everybody. I'm Jack Jinseki, and joining me today is Crystal.
Hello, good evening, good evening.
Crystal, what kind of content do you like to make?
What I like to make is primarily gaming content. Sometimes I'll actually yap on YouTube whenever I find clips that are interesting enough to create a story on.
Nice.
But for the most part, it's playing games, having fun, bringing friends over to play. It's all been just as a hobby, just relaxing and vibing.
And what made you want to be a VTuber?
Honestly, it all started with one of my best friends. Like my best friend, she kind of introduced me to Hololive EN
Hmm.
back God knows when. That was when their auditions for the Generation 1 English branch were rolling through. And she got me into it. I started like trying things here and there, and eventually I went ahead and went indie like I think a year later after like just researching and kind of feeling getting a feel for it, and haven't changed back ever since.
So, which member of Hololive do you think really stood out to you?
Well, really, that's a honestly very good, very good question. I think at that time it probably would have been Amelia Watson because
Yep.
she's the only one that's really left like an impression personally to me.
Hmm.
It was like it's just a random thing. It was just like it's not even like a sentimental personal thing. It was just like a random out of whack crazy dream type of thing. And I was like, oh, she's memorable that way.
Oh yes, she's a crazy one. Uh,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
what was the process for creating your character?
Honestly, like the real thing about it is that I actually started off initially creating the character to kind of like appease of what maybe the corporate would want me to be. I kind of never understood that you would actually not create the character that they want and they'll actually have like not really a pre-made or anything like that, but a set character.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, who should I make that would be great for them? And little by little it started as a snow prince and it reached down until I don't even know what happened during it was a different audition for like an English thing.
Hmm.
And I ended up flipping the script because Copo, that's her name. Copo used to be male.
Hmm.
And we switched over, got female. And then at the same time, I was just like, you know what, let's try and just personalize her.
Hmm.
And eventually, I think that leads up to our next question about the lore, right? Is that the
Hmm.
next question?
I mean, the context of this show doesn't really acknowledge that
The questions?
we know all the questions in
Oh my
advance,
goodness.
but
I was gonna segue into it. I was gonna segue into it.
so do you have any lore?
Yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. So, by definition, I am a simulacrum VTuber.
Hmm.
By definition, it's almost like a symbol or representation of something or someone. And I've gotten to the point where I've implemented lots of physical traits or past instances into this model. Like, say, for example, there was one time where I actually was blonde in one point of time in life. There was a second time where had full blue hair in the time of my life.
Hmm.
The ahoge slash antennas right here. That was a point in time where my hair was so bleached and fried. I actually did have two antennas at one point, and they were just stood up all fried and crazy. And little by little, she's just become a conglomerate. She's a girl boss too, because I've had quite a bit of history in management
Hmm.
and bringing back into like the little snow prince aesthetic. He was gonna have a big polar bear mascot, so I brought that one down, shrunk the polar bears, and I called them the mal bears since we're more towards like a digital aesthetic. So that's how it all came to be, just a conglomerate of ideas all into one.
So the malbears, is that like what your followers are, or
Yes, yes, they're my little businessmen polar bears, men and women.
do,
And they're freaking adorable.
do they have the little suits on?
Yes, they got their suits and they got briefcases too. Never forget the briefcases. They're just running around just looking cute. So yes, my little busy babies.
Oh, so what's your favorite moment from being a VTuber?
Honestly, favorite moment, it's hard to pinpoint one exact instance because it's been an absolute roller coaster. But overall, I'll put it overall. Overall, it's just making new friends constantly,
Hmm.
watching my community evolve and watching them not only just be there for me, but be there for each other as well. Just having that sense of community is probably one of my favorite moments.
Hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nice. And what's something that you do on your channel that you're really good at?
I will say I'm probably very good at just crashing out constantly. I'm not one that I will admit my talents, if I do have any, they're a little bit on the intermediate range. There's nothing like maestro about it.
Mm-hmm.
But just being able to make people laugh and have them go nuts and probably have their brains implode sometimes because I'll just be that wacky. It's being able to bring smiles and laughs to people. That's probably what I'm best at, honestly.
Nice. So, what do you hope to accomplish through your channel?
What I hope to accomplish is just to continue telling my story. Like it's nothing like super sentimental or crazy, but it's just being able to make your mark in the world and just have that kind of presence that hey, it's like, hey, I existed. This is what I've done for
Hmm.
such and such years. Having that legacy is my goal. Cause I'm like personally with VTubing, I like to see it more as a hobby because I've attempted to try and make it a job and I've burnt out so bad about it.
Hmm.
So reverting back into just having it for fun, for hobby, this year has been one of my best years ever in content creation
Hmm.
and having that relaxed like perspective on it just helps so much. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I'm curious. How long did you go for it when you were trying to make it a full time gig?
Yes. So I think I officially started VTubing. I want to say it must have been like 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and I survived 3 years trying my best to make things work.
Hmm.
Got burnt out to hell in creation, and then I was like, you know what? I need to refresh because not only was it hurting my online presence, but also I was not taking care of myself like offline.
Ah.
And I took 2 years to go back to school, went back to college, got myself that degree, got myself a very good job that's now is able to sustain myself outside and inside of the just wacky internet world, honestly. So I had to give myself that reset in order to really freshen my perspective on content creation because it was a downhill spiral, honestly.
Hey, well, I mean that's fantastic. Go you. It's kind of the make good story. Like
Yes, yes.
you do the thing for a while, and then you go off and you get the college degree, and now you got the job, and now you're back.
Exactly. It's like a moment of triumph because I actually gave myself an expiration date on 2025.
Hmm.
I looked at my about page and I realized I was like, "Oh crap, I was supposed to only be streaming until December." And I was able to really kick right back off to the beginning where I'm debuting a 4.0 in December.
Hmm.
So there's no stopping us now. We're going to definitely go into 2026 strong and keep going.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
who's a VTuber that you'd love to meet, and what would you most like to talk to them about?
Not gonna lie, this is gonna be very, very. I mean, it's probably not crazy, but at the same time, it's a little crazy.
Well, this is meant to
But
be crazy. This is like
right,
high fan. This is fantasy time. Uh,
so no. Here's the crazy part is that the fantasy isn't a fantasy. Like,
hmm.
I like to, or wait, how do I word it? One second, because I need to make sure I collect this one through.
Hmm.
Because I don't really idolize people. Like I don't really have an Oshi or a Kamiyoshi. There's nobody that I look up to because the people that I want to uplift, the people that I want to support, all those people are with me now. And
Hmm.
I'm constantly interacting with them and having fun with them and just people that are within reach are my real idols, if
Hmm.
that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Just because it's hard to look up to somebody who doesn't know you, don't like who doesn't even know you exist.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my take on that. Like the real people are my friends. Those are the real idols right there.
So,
And that's my take. Yeah.
well, in that case, is there a VTuber that you haven't met that you would like to meet?
Shoot. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. It's gonna be this one's. You gotta make me. Let me think for a little bit. Let me try and whip out a name for you. Um. Damn.
Hmm.
Damn.
You almost got away with
I
evading the
almost. I
question.
almost. But now I have to sit here. Okay, I got you. I got you. Eventually, one second. So I think I'm just gonna have to go for this one. Probably Calliope Mori. Probably
Okay,
Mori.
there you go.
Yeah, because I'm just like I'm gonna say I'm gonna put that double it down just because I used to have a standee of hers, like an acrylic standee and her
Nice,
album. Yeah, but I
nice.
gave those two to one of my friends.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah, I'll probably definitely like it'll be her, and then probably ask her about how to really start singing, because I like a little I've been trying to dabble in that, but it's very hard to kind of like commit to like exercises and practicing and trying to kind of identify how to get like an actual singing voice instead of you just yelling with your chest voice, if that makes any sense.
yeah, I've
So
always.
probably
Oh, sorry.
no, 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 go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I've always wondered about like how many people when they say that like I want to sing, they actually choose to like look up a singing coach or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've only tried like an app that kind of does like little training segments and stuff.
Mm,
And every now and then I would go through like a YouTube thing, but committing to like the actual coach himself, sometimes like I think it's an investment that it'll take me a time to kind of like realize like, do I really want to do this? And then how do I incorporate it to my schedule? Because I'm
mm.
already like packed. Yeah.
You and me both.
Yes. No,
so
that I understand.
so what do you think makes a VTuber stand out the most in your mind?
Honestly, I always consider this as the way you present yourself in the internet. Like every post, every video it's going to be a first impression to somebody.
Mm,
So how you make that first impression count is so vital, because you never know if you just they just catch you lacking. They catch you lacking one day. You say that one thing that's not very savory, and that's what they'll think of you for the rest of their lives. So so front facing presentation, and it's more yeah, because that's how you kind of get like a little feel of somebody's personality, just a little feel of like what their takes are. And if it's something negative, then you don't want to be around that person often, or you're going to start feeding off of their negativity, and it's not cool, it's not kosher. so, so yeah, I would say definitely how you present yourself to the community and what stands out on you is it's the make or break deal.
okay.
Hmm,
So,
hmm.
what do you like to do while you watch your favorite streamer?
I actually like to draw. I like to draw, even though like I like to consider myself like more of an intermediate artist, just because it's not like super crazy, but at the same time like it's enough that captures people attention.
Hmm.
I like to draw, and then every time I'm trying to like be productive as well, so like doing a lot of back end stuff like video editing and just VOD scrubbing,
Hmm.
cleaning up like all my OBS, because after a while it turns into like a little dumpster fire that I have to clean out every like couple months. It really is just all the browser sources you open, you gotta clean that up. It's insane. So yeah, I'm just doing back end things because I it's hard to find time to do that in itself sometimes.
Yes.
So just being able to support the friends and type every now and then, be like, yeah, just like interact with them while you're doing your own work. It's that's a
Nice.
good time for me. Hmm.
So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be an entertainer?
If you want to be an entertainer, this one's gonna be like a broken record, but don't ever stop talking.
Mm.
Keep don't like no dead air. If you catch yourself being quiet, just start thinking out the top of your head. Just start saying the most random stuff. Be like, "Oh, look at this rock." Just give yourself that practice to improvise
Hmm.
on the fly, because that way everything you say might be an interesting clip, or it might be something that could extend your outreach. So just don't stop talking. Don't stop yapping. I mean, you could stop for like a swig of water, because then your throat's gonna be dry after a while. But other than that, just keep on going, because
So,
you'll be able to capture yourself good.
what do you
Hmm.
think what do you think the traction you get from clips is compared to just like regular streams?
Honestly, from clips, like if I put them through the YouTube blender, it's pretty, like they have solid reception.
Yeah.
Like I by no means I'm still like a small streamer compared to like other giants, but little by little I'm starting to see an upwards trend that I should have done for a long time that I didn't do until this year, where I'm starting to take things a little seriously.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So, what was your gateway anime, and what drew you to
gateway
it?
anime.
Yes.
Shoot.
I
Oh.
phrase it this way because if I say what was your first anime, everyone says Pokemon. But
Yeah.
I feel like there's more of like a something that people associate. This is what really got me into the genre. Well, not that's
Okay.
technically.
Okay.
I mean, is it a genre? Let's not
It's
split
it's a
hairs.
it's a lifestyle at this point. It's a lifestyle. But honestly, I think the first one that really was like super impactful to me was Kino's Journey, but like
Hmm.
the older one. I forget what year that one came out, but
Do
I
you,
always mistook Kino for a guy for the longest time until I was like, "Oh crap, you're a girl. My bad."
I'm actually not. I've never heard of that one. What?
No, you have not. They actually
No.
had a reboot a while back. I want to say like maybe like 2017 or 18. I don't
Hmm.
know. But very good watch, cuz she's like a very nonchalant, like super badass girl, honestly, that goes around, and I think she has like this rule that she could only visit like towns for she could only stay at a town for like 3 days and she has to move on. So it
Hmm.
basically follows her adventures of her traveling with like this talking motorcycle called Hermes.
Hmm.
And yeah, she's pretty badass, gunslinger and everything, goes through so many things. And you start to like every place she goes to obviously has like different cultures, different problems and conflicts, and it's just being able to just see all those stories unfold every
Hmm.
time wherever she visits. Very good watch. Very good watch.
Do you know like have an estimation what decade it came out in?
Shoot, it has to be like 2000s, honestly, like maybe 2000 freaking 8 or 9. Maybe honestly, wait, I'm gonna take a look right now because I am actually curious as to when it came out. It initially came out, oh my god, it came out in 2000. So it's 2000 flat.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I think that was the manga though. The manga came out in 2000.
Oh,
When
okay.
was the episode? When was the anime though? Anime came out in 2003. Oh
Okay.
my. Yeah, so it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. Over 20 years. Oh,
Uh-huh.
God.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, but no, it's so good. It's so good. I'm pretty sure if I were to rewatch like the old series, it would just be equally as impactful, honestly.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So, which anime had the best music?
Oh my god, best music. I had the answer in my head, and oh my goodness, I forgot. Let me see. What's the I'm trying to figure out like which one had like music that made me cry, honestly, because that would probably be. I'm just gonna go with the old and gold. Madoka Magica's soundtracks are pretty solid,
Ha-
very very solid.
is that the artist or the anime?
The anime. I think it's like Puella Magi Madoka Magica or something like that. I
I've
forget.
I've
You
never
have
heard of
not
that.
watched it? No, you have. You've seen it. You've seen it.
No.
It's like the shoot. Hold up. You need it. We'll get pictures. We'll get pictures later.
Well,
But you
yeah,
have
yeah.
definitely at least seen the characters before. And there's like a meme. There's a running meme about this certain blonde haired lady and her head. So that's just a heads up.
Okay.
So we'll look into that later. I got you. I got you. But
It,
the music's very nice because I think it's more like orchestral and
hmm.
super whimsical. And it's an anime that you're like, oh, it's a magical girl anime. What could possibly go wrong? And everything goes wrong. So very good soundtrack. Very
So
emotional.
okay, so you've stumped me twice tonight on the anime. Let's go for a hat trick. If you could go to an anime convention tomorrow, whom would you cosplay as?
Let me see. Hold up, cuz I used to cosplay back in 2012 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Long time ago. But if there was a character I really wanted to cosplay, it would probably be, who would it be? It's been so long. I will admit, all of my animes are old as hell because I haven't watched any recent animes. So I'm just like a little stumped. But
Just for further context,
yeah.
imagine that the budget is unlimited, and no matter what you get, it looks great.
Oh my goodness, if it's unlimited. You know what? Can I choose a video game instead?
Go for
Or
it.
does that Okay, because it'd have to be an armor set from Monster Hunter.
Hmm.
Maybe like the Legiana outfit. I gotta show you that one too. Legiana armor, either that or probably if we want to go recently, the Arc build suits because the
Hmm.
Arc build ones are so good. It'd just be Monster Hunter, honestly. They have such great designs.
I regret to inform you, I have heard of Monster Hunter. I've never played it, but I have heard of it.
I suggest playing it and don't get angry at it. Okay, just keep grinding.
No, the thing is, it's not a game that appeals to me personally because I'm not a huge fan of the big boss fight thing.
I'll respect it for now.
It ain't my genre. That's all.
Which is fair, which is fair. It is definitely not everybody's cup of tea. Like I know little by little they've been making it, like they've been trying to make it more newcomer friendly,
Hmm.
but it still riles people up to this day. I'm still pissed off with freaking Wilds cuz came out. It's oof. So it was absolute baloney. It made me very upset because of the optimization issues on PC.
Hmm.
Mhm.
For some reason, video games have trouble with PC ports. I
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
I'm just like, like at this point, just keep the damn thing in the console. I'll go buy that PS5. Damn it. Cause it's so much money. It's still full price, and then you're getting absolute subpar gameplay. I'm just like, no,
Wait,
no, absolutely not.
wait. The PS5 has games?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure there's only been like 20 games on that thing that's been released. Let's be real. There's probably only like 20 games in there because I can't even think of like five off the top of my head. Mm-mm.
uh, which game did you have the most fun playing on stream?
Okay, so I have to do it again this year, or not really this year, probably next year.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to do it again. But there is a Wii game. There's a game for the Wii. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Fragile Dreams: Farewell Ruins of the Moon.
Hmm.
And that is one of my childhood games. I love that thing to death.
Hmm.
And I brought it back, I want to say in 2023, played it entirely, and I was like, oh, I was in tears over it. It was such a fun game for me personally, just being able to relive that nostalgia. And I
Hmm.
want to play it again for the community sometime soon.
The
Hmm.
Nintendo Wii was such a fascinating platform to
I
me.
miss it. It
I
was, oh, it's a
it
whole era in its own, honestly.
I will confess it is the only what do you call it, console. It's the only console I've ever owned, uh,
Ooh.
and
Hmm.
it was great because it had limited buttons. So if there were like non video game savvy members of the
Yeah.
family, I could get them to play it relatively easily. Uh, and I remember there was this one thing when I was in my first year of college. I had a roommate who was a total stoner. We never talked to each other. The only time we talked to each other was when he was stoned because
Yeah.
I didn't do that, but he would get stoned and then we played Mario Kart together.
Yep. Yep.
And as you can
Ah,
imagine, I kicked his butt, but he still wanted to play
I still
regardless.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yes. Uh,
I missed the Wii. I missed the Wii.
uh,
People, like how you say it. They poop on it a lot. I don't know if we could curse here, but
oh, say what you want. I don't care.
okay, I was like they shit on the Wii a lot, honestly. But it's part of the memories. It's the childhood memories for the people who did have it. And
I
it's like
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it
it
was a
it's
brilliant invention. Uh,
yes, because that was for the kiddos. That was the kiddos. It wasn't for the grown man.
oh
It
no,
was for
no,
the
it.
kiddos back in the
Well,
day.
no, that's the thing though. It wasn't just for the
Mm-hmm.
kiddos. It was for the old people too,
Was
because
it?
yeah, because I don't know if you ever saw footage. They would have like a Nintendo Wii in like nursing homes, and old people would play it. It was
Oh.
it was fascinating because it was almost as though Nintendo accidentally opened up an entirely new
Oh.
market. Because
Okay. Okay. I see. I see.
yeah,
Mm.
because it makes sense because it has so few buttons. You just need to know how to press one or two of them, and then you just point it at the screen to do what you
Oh,
want.
yes, yes. Okay, I see it now. I
Yeah,
see it now. No, that actually warms my heart thinking about it.
yeah. Uh,
Hmm.
okay, time for the more random questions of the interview.
All
What
right, all right.
what's a song that you can't help but dance to when you hear it?
So I want to let's just draw it back to the most recent song. So like the latest song that I've just been grooving to. I'm pretty sure I've had it on repeat for like over a month now. I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure has it been a month since it came out? I have no idea. But it's Jealous Type by Doja Cat. That one is
Hmm.
so groovy because she brings back like I don't think it's 90s. I think it's more like 80s vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So she's bringing back like such a wild aesthetic, and it's just been groovy, and I've just been listening to it constantly and just
I I
that's
lo-
that's my song right now.
I love it when an artist hits with the '80s aesthetic song.
Yes.
I love it to death because I'm actually not a fan of modern pop music for the most part,
Correct.
but
Mhm.
I'm a huge oldies guy. Uh,
Mhm.
my domain is basically '60s through '80s.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, no. So when it comes out, it's like okay, I appreciate this.
Yeah, like when they revive the thing, and it's just like, okay, now like they're bringing it into like 2025. It sounds so good. It
Yeah.
sounds good. Sometimes, honestly, I get the feeling that happens from time to time.
Hmm.
Like every year, we kind of like bring back an old era and modernize it for a little while.
Hmm. I
And go ahead.
I have noticed that within the
Yeah,
past decade,
yeah.
the '80s sound has made a resurgence.
Mhm.
Which
Mhm.
which is weird because I haven't heard a similar thing happen with like the '60s and '70s, but the '80s definitely came back.
Yeah, like
Uh,
all basically like the air, like the beginning of pop and whatnot. That's been coming back often. Mhm.
and it's funny because the people who enjoy it the most are people who didn't grow up in the '80s.
Yep, yep. They don't know what it's like. This
I mean,
is just a figment.
eh, confession time. I was not born in the '80s. I was born in the
Neither was I.
'90s. Uh,
I was like, neither was I. I got
uh, so anyway, what's your favorite chill out movie?
Favorite chill out movie? It is
Hmm,
not a chill out movie in the slightest, but it's like a comfort movie. It's Jurassic Park.
nice.
Even though it's like a horror pretty much, but still. I love me some dinosaurs. I love my dinosaurs. That was like my childhood thing. It was not Barbies, it was dinosaurs.
I love that movie in particular made like an entire generation fascinated with
Yes.
dinosaurs.
Yes, exactly. Oh, and I will confess that I have not watched the newest one, but honestly, like all like the Jurassic World series, that one onwards, just no, not a
Ugh,
fan.
yeah, no.
I'm not a fan.
I remember going to see the theater because I worked in a movie theater. I saw that one for free.
Same.
Yeah, and I just remember it was It felt like there was no when you watch the first Jurassic Park, there's like a feeling
It
of
just
magic, like
yes.
magic is happening in front of you, and then you see the world, and it's like
Now
no,
everything's like CGI. You could
everyone's
tell.
yeah, everything's CGI and everyone is bored.
Everyone's like, whoa, whoa. It's more actiony. There's no terror, and the terror is like
Yeah,
forced. And I'm just
yeah.
like, bleh.
No suspense or anything like that. The
Hmm.
Spielberg magic is gone.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Oh, it was amazing. If I remember correctly, I know a lot of people were hating on the third movie too, but I'm just like, all three of them were fantastic. Like the main three. I don't know what the heck they were watching because I was enjoying every second of it. I think it did get a little goofy at times.
hmm.
Maybe that's why like they didn't really like the fact that like it's just a different light compared to like I mean, obviously you can't top the first one. That was just
Yeah.
borderline impossible. But all the other ones, I pretty sure they foretold their stories pretty good, and I loved each and every one of them, especially representing the Spinosaurus. Come on now, I love the
Well,
Spinos.
I think that the reason that people probably didn't like the third book is I think that was the one that was not actually based on a book because the original one
Um,
was based off Jurassic
off
World
the
by Michael
yeah,
Crichton, and the second one was
yeah,
based off The Last World, and the third one was just its
which
own
is
standalone
random.
thing.
They just poofed it. They spawned it in. Nice.
Yeah.
Has to
Incidentally,
be.
Michael Crichton had some very good movie adaptations aside from
Yes.
Jurassic Park, for the record. Uh, there's this one. It's this hard boiled science fiction called the Andromeda Strain that was made back in the '70s, and
Mm.
it's really dry. But if you like the geeky stuff, it gets hardcore into the geeky
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll stop. I'll stop.
You're like tangent, and we're good.
Yes. I think that you may have nerd sniped me there. Uh,
There you go.
so has a song or movie ever brought you to tears?
Yes. And I already forgot. I know I had an answer to it. I like to say I was like, yeah, and then I drew a blank. But let me see. There has to be one that was recently. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think. I got let me do the easy. I'm gonna do an easy one
Mm,
because I want to say this must have been a couple years back,
mm-hmm,
Washington D.C.
mm,
We went to a concert for an artist called Eden,
mm,
and he has a song called Projector
mm,
that I watched live and I was in tears. Mind you, the tears were not only because I was like geeking out, I was having the time of my life listening to the song live,
mm.
but I was also sick off my rocker. Like I had just mucus just flying everywhere and I was like sick as a dog and I was just dancing, just jamming, and I was like, yeah, yay! And there was no tissues in sight. So and I was just smearing freaking snot all over me while just crying and having fun. That was a mess. I was a mess that concert, but I needed to be there, and I'm so happy I was there.
But
That 1% projector by Eden. Hmm.
you were like, I'm on vacation. I don't care that I'm sick. This is going to happen.
Yes, yes. I was like, no, I can't. Like, I could. I'm pretty sure, like, I buy these tickets months and months in advance.
Yes.
So only God knows, like, what's gonna happen the day of. And obviously, like the day before, I was just gone. I was so sick, and I'm just like, I'm not leaving. I can't do this. I need to watch this guy now. So I'm
So
committed. Committed.
speaking of commitment to doing things, what's something crazy you've always wanted to try doing?
Something crazy. If it's crazy, honestly, learn how to race cars. 'Cause I know
Mm.
there's like a little bit of a risk factor to that. I'm a car person too, not gonna lie.
Mm.
Like, literally tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm trading my car in. It's gonna be delivered here. And the car that I currently have is a 2016 Mazda MX-5. So
Mm.
it's like a Miata. If you've seen those, they're a little bit
Uh,
trendy on the TikToks, but it's the older one, like the grandmas, like the 90s and like yeah, I think the 90s one with the pop-ups.
yeah.
So those are the one very popular ones, but me, I keep to the modern ones. And tomorrow I'm getting a 2021, so I'm moving up and switching that one out. But I would love to race cars, honestly. That's just been the one thing I've been afraid of just because I drive very gently. I'm like a grandma because I take care of my cars because they're
So
investments.
I'm curious. Have you ever tried the e-racing thing?
I have not, but my sister has. She had like the Logitech steering wheel and the pedals. She actually learned how to drive stick through the Logitech system, and eventually she ended up with her own car that was manual, and she learned right off the bat. And I was like, oh my goodness! So she ended up teaching me how to drive on her car,
That that's
and
that's genius.
yeah. Yes, I'm just like, "Oh my goodness." Me, when I bought my car, I think that was 2 years ago. When I bought mine, I still did not know a lick. I think I only had like a weekend of practice and then it just came in. And I'm just like, I needed a friend to help me drive it home. And that was how ridiculous it was. And once he took it home for me, I was like, "Okay, now here I go." And it was trial and error, but we made it work. Uh-huh. Mhm.
So, uh, what's the most difficult DIY you've ever done?
DIY as in like DIY project or
Yeah, like
let's
something
see.
around the house you fixed it, or you
Okay,
you
okay, I
made you
got you.
made something.
So we have a koi pond,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to make a bog filter. So what a bog filter is, like you just have like a bunch of rocks and they kind of vary in grit. So
Mm-hmm.
you start from like big rocks and get into the finer, finer, finer to the finest on
Oh
top.
God,
And
I
it's like
know.
a filtration system.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. I know too much about this subject.
Oh, do you? Oh my
Yes,
gosh, you're telling me you could help me.
I'm. I'm. I'm a civil engineer.
Oh
That
my
I
goodness.
work. I work in stormwater. I know all about gravel filters.
I love it. So that's the thing I made. And right now it's not running because I got to get another pump for it. But oh my goodness, it took me forever to like kind of figure out what I wanted, like how I wanted to make it
Hmm.
and whether I was going to have plants in it or not. And crazy enough, the plants grew on their own. Like after a while, I just started seeing things sprouting in it and I was like,
Hmm.
"Oh wow, it's a miracle. I don't have to buy anything." But now that the winter's rolling on, it's looking pretty sad and I still got to get a pump for it. But
Yeah.
it looks nasty right now. It was a lot of trial and error. Like maybe one day I'll make a prettier one, but
Hmm.
for now it was so functional. It works so well. Mhm.
Nice. Uh,
Mhm.
do you have any holidays that you're looking forward to?
Uh Obviously Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's like December is my month cuz you got the birthday, you got the
Mm.
Christmas. Like there's triple the presents honestly, all the presents and all the
Nice.
days off too. Oh my goodness.
Uh, that sounds lovely.
I'm ready to sit back and relax.
I'll take one of those, please.
Yes. Oh, funny enough, like doubling back to the whole eating concert thing, I'm actually going there on Tuesday, Veterans Day. I'm going to Atlanta to
Nice.
watch him again. It's I feel like it's tradition between me and my brother to watch him in concert. So this is our third concert.
Nice.
Mhm. Mhm. But
So,
there you go. Random segue.
uh, so, speaking of Christmas, have you done any of the Christmas related things yet?
Absolutely not. I have not. I decided to start my Christmas early. I got myself my new car, but other than that, I think once it comes in, I'm just gonna slap some reindeer antlers and the nose,
Nice.
and he's ready to roll. But little by little, once I start learning more about the sales and trying to get a feel for what's going on, I'll do some last minute shopping.
See, that's something that has kind of bothered me in recent years is that Black Friday sales are kind of lame. Am I the
They're getting worse. I remember here, I'll give you a story.
Okay.
I remember back there was like back when the 3DS, was it the 3DS? I think it was the 3DS.
Hmm.
Back when it was like super popular and stuff. Wait, is it? I don't remember.
Hmm.
It's either that or the DSi. I forget. I got to look it up later. But I remember they had like a limited edition like it was like a Super Mario one and
Hmm.
it was I think it was either in white or black and you could only get them in stores on Black Friday.
Hmm.
And me, my uncle, and my siblings, we were just running around rampant trying to find it. And I couldn't find it for the life of me until our very last stop was at a Walmart. And I saw it hiding in between some boxes of like freaking cookware or something like that. And I was like,
Get
whoever
that
hid
out of the
this,
way.
it is mine now. Finders keepers. And I took that thing home. I was so happy. I was so proud. I even saved up enough money for that specific day. I was like, I need this DS. I need it. And lo and behold, I did get it. And I was like, oh, it was such a, it's very memorable Black Friday. Everything else, other than that, and the future now, I barely buy. I barely buy.
Yeah, it's like,
Hmm.
oh well, 5% off on this smart TV,
Uh-huh.
and
And she's like, what in the world?
and people they'll wait in line. They'll wait in line the previous night. I'm like, why? You already have a TV. You've had a TV for
Yeah.
20 years that works just the same as this one.
Yeah, it's like they're not worth it anymore. They really aren't. Like even like Amazon, we all buy from Amazon now. Like
Yeah.
even their sales are pretty lackluster.
Yeah, I mean the big sales with Amazon were always like the Fire tablet and stuff like
It was
and
all their products,
yeah,
yeah.
and it's kind
Mhm.
of like, okay, well I bought a Fire tablet, it stinks.
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
and it's got tons of ads that you accidentally click on all the time, and it's just like, whatever. I get it, it's cheap, but I want something. If I'm gonna get another one, I'm gonna get something better next time.
Yeah, yeah.
uh anyway, anyway, enough complaining from me. How do you like to unwind after a hard day?
Honestly, if it's a very hard day, I'm literally just go run, take a shower, and just lay in bed. And we have a projector, so I just turn the projector on, watch YouTube, and
Oh,
that's it. Like
nice.
I'll rot in bed if it's a hard day. Like otherwise, like as long as I'm not fatigued, I'll do my usual streaming and whatnot.
Hmm.
But for the most part, it's like nope. If I'm too tired, I am laying down and I'm staying down.
So you gotta project it. Do you like project it on the ceiling or something?
It's like we have like just this big old wall, so it's huge. It takes up the entire wall, honestly. So it's pretty cool.
That
Like
that
I think we used it too much that it's like the lens is a little burned, so we might have to get
Yeah.
another one in the future. But it works. I like it.
That I actually had a similar feature at one point. I hung a big sheet and used that for a projector screen. And the
Yeah.
projector was one that I had gotten from my old university. They were throwing it away, and there's good
Hmm.
reason for that. It too was burned out.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll see like a random image of like a person just staring into your soul while you're watching YouTube or something like that. Like that's how burned in it is. Like I think so like the player UI, the YouTube player UI is what's burned in. So
Hmm.
you think it's like hiding in the distance like if there's like if the opacity's up, but no, it's just burned. Mhm.
uh, would you ever talk to a stranger unprompted in a public setting?
Unprompted, probably not. They'd have to interact with me first and then I'll start yapping their ear off. Like I'm very friendly
Hmm.
if met like in real life, like as a just random happenstance, just because I kind of want to give people that kindness.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like unprompted, as like if I find something that I can initiate with, then yeah. But if it's but obviously like that's prompted. That's not
Yeah.
unprompted. Yeah. So unprompted, absolutely not. I'll
I
be on my merry way.
I have trouble even when I am prompted.
No,
Uh,
no. Like my field, like it's all yapping. So like I'm very comfortable with the whole customer service side of things.
mm,
So I'm not afraid to just start a random conversation and ask questions and whatnot. But obviously, ask it just has to be prompted.
yeah.
Hmm.
So, what game makes you the most competitive?
Sorry. Um. Well, the most competitive would probably at least okay. So I'll give you like a present and a past one.
Okay.
At present, it's peak because I love just trying to I love challenging myself in that damn game because I want to oh, I gotta reach the top in or at least the top of the specific level in like 3 minutes or something like that. Like I time myself sometimes, so I
Mm-hmm.
start just running around. And it's bad when I'm with people because then I'm just like, oh shit, wait, I gotta wait for somebody. So I'll wait for them, but then I start running right back up, screaming and running. I'm just like, okay, no. So Peak gets me a little riled up. But in the past, which thankfully I've how you say, I've broken free from the curse, but I used to play League of Legends and I used to play
Ah.
ranked League of Legends. Yes, I think my peak was like freaking plat 2, which is like not really that crazy, but at the same time it's like for what it was, I think I only played for like 4 years or something like that.
Hmm.
It wasn't too crazy, but that brought the worst in me. I was like, "Uh-uh." But luckily, I was able to find, like, a lot of friends within it.
Hmm.
So those friends grounded me, but at the same time, I just like, I can't keep playing this game anymore. I can't keep this thing for like, it takes over your life sometimes. I'm just like, "Nope, I needed to step back from it." Mhm.
Okay. What's the weirdest thing anyone ever told you?
This one is it's gonna be so sad and awkward, but this dates all the way back to high school, so you already know damn well it's worse and it's terrible.
Oh dear.
But yes, but how you say it? There was this freaking classmate in fashion class because I used to have like a little fashion like a fashion program in my school,
Hmm.
and me, I'm oblivious to any type of like people being attracted to me or anything like that. So
Oh no.
yeah, I'm just like unaware. I just go like, oh yeah, da, 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 da." I'm just like just being me. And then one day, bro asked for my like we used to have kick. We used to have kick back in the day. So he asked for my kick, and I'm just like, okay, here you go. Why not? And of course, the person asked you is like, "Oh yeah, I'm attracted to you, but only in a sexual way." And I was like, "Why? Why would you say that to me?"
What? Wait. He said I'm attracted to you, but
but
only in a
o-
sexual
but
way.
only in a sexual way. I was like, "What the hell?"
Wow.
And
That
I tried to fuss with this motherfucker, so I was like, "No!" And it was terrible. I was crying,
what
and then I
what
yeah,
what did you think would happen when you said that?
I'm just like, bro. You don't even like me for me. I was in shambles and I was so scared to ride that bus too. I'm just like, man. So I'll just be hiding. I'll just be hiding, looking out the window, making sure that nobody sees me. I think eventually he caught the hint and started like being driven to school or something like that. But I was like, I was like, nope, never. I was like, I am not talking to you, sir. That was not okay.
Yeah, I think that of all the things that would telling someone that their
Yeah.
personality is just unbearable, because that's basically what it is.
Yeah, I was like, what the frick? Oh, high
Oh,
school really that was like the Wild
it
West, honestly.
it
Cause
is the
I'm just
ultimate
like
crucible.
the more I think back on it, it's just like, dang, so many of these things would not fly, but just because it's
I
that
mean,
generation, it was just so much BS
it's
going on. And I'm
it's
just like, oh my goodness.
in fairness though. I mean, high school is the time to screw things
Yeah,
up.
yeah, it really is. It really is. Oh, I've had my fair share of like shenanigans and tomfoolery. I remember I got like, oh, I was not really a bad child, but I
Hmm.
was like so deranged in a sense where I had to get pulled out of school and taken to like Grippy Sockville for like a little second.
Yep.
And they were like, it was rough. It was rough. I had like a fallout with a best friend, and some
Hmm.
shenanigans happened. Then the parents like snitched on me because I was saying stuff I was like, stuff I didn't mean, but at the same time there were obviously like alarming things that were said.
Oh dear.
And yes, and when I was in that place, they're like, "You're not supposed to be here. You're literally like you're so conscious about things." I'm just like, "I know. I just fucked up. I don't belong here, bro." It was this mess. It was an absolute mess. But we all had our trials and errors, honestly. High school was
Yeah.
just that was like you said, that was the time to do everything and anything and fuck up and all that stuff.
Exactly, and I'll tell you right now, I wasn't exactly involved in much drama. I was a weird kid. Peop
Oh.
I was kind of viewed as the
Mhm.
weird kid, and
Mhm.
the thing is that you don't necessarily have the opportunity to make the same mistakes as the weird kid. So
Sure.
in that way, I was kind of fortunate, but in the other way, I was certainly adjacent to a lot of weird stuff coming from people. There was
Mhm.
one guy who, oh, oh my god, do you remember the movie Mean Girls?
Yeah. Yeah.
You may remember there is a significant plot point involving what is referred to as a burn book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no.
someone in
Yeah.
my high school made a burn book.
No.
It got the attention, and what's more, this was a guy who had a scholarship to college. He had
Oh
a full
no.
boat, and this happened in his senior year, and it got the attention of the entire county
Oh
because it
no.
got leaked, and it was him, saying all this terrible crap about everyone. And
Damn.
he lost his scholarship. He was scorned by the entire community. Nobody even knows what happened to him.
Oh my goodness. Bro just got vanished to Shadow Realm. No.
Oh, that was
Yeah, no.
crazy. It,
That you reminded me about the Death Note. I remember we used to be walking around with our Death Notes and be like, "Yeah," just but that's like the pretend. Be like, "Yeah, I'm writing people's names," and then like I think eventually like teachers would catch on and be like, "What the hell is that?" I remember. I remember.
and then
Cause
you're
I'm
like,
pretty,
weeb stuff, and they're like, oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. Cause I feel like Death Note was like 2008 or some BS, so that must have been like middle school days, something like that. So no, everybody was like a little edgy at that point.
Oh,
Cause you
yeah.
got your Black Butler, your Death Note. There was a lot of edgy stuff going on in that era. Oh,
Uh,
freaking Soul Eater! Oh
oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Oh, I,
Hmm.
I love Soul Eater. I love that show.
It was
Uh,
so cool. I remember having like I think because the first episodes would be free
mhm.
on on the Apple Store or something like that. So I would have like just a couple episodes on an iPod Nano, and I would just be watching them on them, just like yeah, I'm watching the first episode 562 times now. It
Oh
was great.
God,
It was great.
do you remember when video was first coming out on portable devices? And it was like it was the it was a like a 1-inch screen.
Yes, yes.
And
Those
it
were the days, though. Those
yeah.
are things are so cool. Cause yeah, like not only that, but that was back when pirating was like so freaking normal.
Mm,
Everybody had their line wires and all that stuff, just downloading everything. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, you would have all sorts of things.
uh,
I used to still burn my own CDs at that point
oh
too.
yeah. You want a
Yep.
throwback? Do you remember Napster?
Napster, I don't think so.
That was the original. That was
Oh
the
my
OG
goodness.
pirating device. You'd get this
Oh.
crappy quality music off of it. And it would take you like 2 hours to get a song, but you got that
Mm.
song, darn it. Uh,
Yes.
uh,
Gosh.
and
Hmm.
then later that guy was in was in the Social Network.
You know what?
Played
Yeah, yeah.
played by Justin Timberlake. That's not a bad story right there.
There
Uh,
you go.
so what's your favorite thing you ever cooked yourself?
Favorite thing I ever cooked myself. I would say one of my little signature recipes is like making a Japanese beef bowl.
Hmm.
And every now and then I'll like spice it up, like maybe add like bok choy sometimes or like some other like ingredients to it. But the original recipe is just like the shredded steak.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it's called, but it's like meating. It's like a little rice wine thing,
Mm-hmm.
the soy sauce and onions. It's just a simple meal, but it took me all the way back to like back when I lived at a different state for like like a decade and some change. There
Mm.
was a boba shop that sold those beef bowls, and they were so delicious. And obviously, I'm not in that state anymore, so I can't get my beef bowl fix. So I finally learned how to make it myself, and every now and then I'll make it. I'm just like, yay! That's my favorite one. Hmm.
Nice. And now on the other side, what's the worst thing you ever cooked yourself?
The worst thing I ever cooked myself, I was following a recipe online for a thing called like a cowboy casserole, and it wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it was like just bland overall.
Mm.
Cuz I tried to follow a recipe like to a T until I could be like, okay, maybe this could be more of this, there could be more of that. And for the first time, I made it and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not impressed by it. It is so weird. It's it's a texture thing too, because there's so much going on with the potatoes and the ground beef, and there's like some other stuff going on,
Hmm.
and it was like crispy too. I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about it. So that was the first and last time I ever made it. But golly, like that was the first time I ever had like a food that I made that the leftovers stayed for weeks in the fridge because nobody wanted to touch it. And I was like, you know what? I see how it
Well,
is.
well, well, what's in a cowboy cast? Do you like the
It
main ingredients? Would you
main
say?
ingredients is like mashed potato, ground beef. I
Hmm.
don't know if I don't think I ever did corn in there. I think it called for corn, but I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah,
I know they do like the crispy onions, like the ones that you do on the top.
yeah.
Those, and I want to say cheddar cheese. Like doesn't sound like a bad combination, but when
Well,
you put it in practice, it's just like, what the frick is this?
well, I'll tell you what. It sounds an awful lot like shepherd's pie.
Yeah, yeah, it's basically that. It's basically that, but like it's in a little bit of a different thing. A little bit of
Hmm.
a different.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what made it different, honestly. Because I know shepherd's pie is delicious. I
Yes.
love shepherd's pie.
Oh, me too.
But whatever the heck happened there, I don't know if I skipped a step or if I missed something, but it just wasn't it. And I was
Hmm.
like, huh.
You
Uh-huh.
you want to know something that I felt? There was a recipe once. It was Texas style chili. Now
Oh,
you've had regular chili before, I assume, which is
yes.
it. Traditionally, the way that I'm used to it is you have the ground beef, kidney beans, and a sort of tomatoey base of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
The Texas style chili is a bit different. It's basically just pieces of like it's like pieces of beef, and it's a chili sauce. It's made of peppers. There are no tomatoes. There are no beans.
Hmm.
It was shockingly bland for what it was. I was
Yeah.
surprised at how bland it was. I I don't know. I felt like it should have been. I felt like it should have been great, but
I feel like my key takeaway is that if anything has cowboy or Texas in front of it, it's gonna be bland.
mm.
That's my takeaway right now. I'm just
I'm
like, man,
I'm pretty sure we just made enemies with the entire state of Texas.
most
the,
likely. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
the, I
Teach us how, because the
you make
internet's not showing us.
yeah you make great steaks, Texas, but
Oh,
the chili did not impress. I'm sorry. Uh,
yeah, the chili and whatever the heck kind of casserole that was something else.
okay, you find $50 in the street. What do you buy with it?
The joke answer would be two Chipotle bowls, just
Hmm.
because I'm a fiend for Chipotle.
Nice.
The genuine answer, get me some freaking art. I'm obsessed with VGen lately. I would like
Hmm.
I could get a pretty solid piece for $50.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Other than that, I'll just Chipotle bowls.
Yeah.
Love me some Chipotle.
Okay. What game makes you feel nostalgic?
Nostalgic. I'm aside from Feral, like aside from freaking Fragile Dreams, I'm trying to think of what other
And
game
also
brings
keep in
back
mind board
nostalgia.
games are also in play too. So
Heard. I'm not that crazy about board games, funny enough.
ah.
Yeah. We didn't really have a lot of board game time growing up, and even in the future haven't really been able to play as many.
Hmm.
But nostalgia. I'm about to like listen. I'll double back on the Pokemans. Pokemon brings a lot of nostalgia in me
There you go.
because like yeah, there not only is it a childhood game, but also it was a key factor in the beginning of my streaming journey. Because
Hmm.
back when I was like IRL streaming for the most part, that was my main game. My main game was Pokemon, and that's how my channel grew. And eventually, I will say I did get burned out on it, and it sucked. It sucked because I kind of made that the thing that made that
Hmm.
my niche. It was strictly Pokemon. So the second I booted up a different game, everybody got pissed off their pants, and they started like, boy, they started jumping ship on me, and I'm just like, what do you mean? I wish I could play more games, but yep. So I actually had to like not really reset my community in a sense, but I had to kind of like, for the people who stayed, they had to accept the fact that I was not going to play Pokemon forever.
Hmm.
And for those who left, like, bye. I was like, sorry. I was like, I can't do this for like 100 years, bro. So yes, Pokemon is my nostalgia, but it's also like it's my blessing and my curse.
Hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, if you could wake up with one talent tomorrow, what would it be?
Oh, just easily put me on the singing thing. I need some singing talent because I have so many songs I want to make covers of and stuff. Like, oh my goodness. If it wasn't for the fact that you have to like practice so much and like train, like me, I'm like not really a perfectionist in a sense, but I
Hmm.
want it to be quality. So I know damn well I am not gonna be here producing quality right now until I get all that practice and training in.
So
So
is
I would love to wake up and learn how to sing just right off the bat.
if there was a song that is there a song that comes to your mind that you'd love to make a cover of?
Well, I'll double back. I really want to listen. Like I that jealous type, the Doja Cat one, that
Oh
would
yes.
be like my number one. I want to sing that thing quality. Like I want a quality song, and I don't want to sing it now, but I want to make sure that I'm owned like all my like that I'm very very confident in being able to produce a quality cover for that song specifically.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it would probably be "Still" by Eden. So
Mm-hmm.
it's one of his latest album songs, and that one is very sweet. And it doesn't really require too much prowess either, because he's more like in the electronic end of things.
Hmm.
So that would be my number one. Like that, it would be "Still" by Eden, and then for absolute freaking balls to the wall showcase, it'll be "Jealous Type." Mhm. Mhm.
Nice. Which decade's aesthetic vibes with you the most?
Probably I would probably lean more towards like Y2K aesthetic,
Hmm.
Y2K for sure, because that was I feel like I was there during like the last bits of it,
Mm-hmm.
and watching like seeing all the Baby Fat, Juicy Couture, like all the brands that were just like a highlight of that Y2K era, like they're so cool. And
Hmm.
it almost kind of brings up more of like the whimsy of the internet, because that's where like, oh, everything was like digital style in a sense. And I like that. On top of that, like I think a lot of the Japanese fashion cultures kind of like lean towards like very influenced upon like Y2K and whatnot.
Hmm.
Because I know I used to be super huge into like visual K,
Hmm.
which is like the like rock side, like Japanese rock and in their fashion. It was just it was so beautiful. I miss it a lot. I miss it a lot. It's been a hot minute since I've dabbled in it because this was all like middle school, high school things that I used to like read and watch and research on because I wanted to live those moments, but I just didn't have the money because golly, dressing up like that is a lot, especially for like a freaking a student.
I have a suspicion that we never really get over the things that we used to adore when we were in middle school.
Yep. Yep.
So like
Mhm.
every goth kid out there, every emo kid out there still has a place in his heart for exactly
Exactly.
those things. Uh,
We grow up on the outside, but in the inside, we're still those edge lords. No, I
uh,
was so huge into that, and I I remember one time I actually was like, "Oh, I want to bang. I want to freaking get a bang, so I'm gonna cut it myself."
hmm.
And lo and behold, I literally cut my hair almost to my scalp
Oh,
because I was just a baby at that time.
oh,
So for the longest time, I had to like put mousse on it, smooth it out, make sure like nobody saw that there was just a chunk of hair missing on the front of my face. And oh,
oh,
thank goodness it grew. But yeah, those were rough times.
oh.
Those were rough times.
I once accidentally shaved off half an eyebrow. Uh,
I felt that. I felt that. Mom, she actually still used to she still used to like back then very thin, like almost like pencil brows were a huge thing. So she used to pluck our brows until there was barely anything left in them. And for the longest time we were just running around like that until it was the craziest part is that I remember back, I think it was elementary school, but it was in Puerto Rico because I used to be in the island for a couple years.
hmm.
And out of everybody in the room, a random like boy student. He comes at me. He's like, "Hey, you know you're supposed to do this and this and this." So he taught me how to be a woman, and I was like, "What the hell?" So he was like, "Yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that," and I was like, "Oh, why have I never known anything about that?" So it was just crazy. Just learned everything through him, and then after that, it was history.
Oh,
Uh huh.
oh man. Uh, do you collect anything?
Oh, I do. Oh yeah. I used to be very huge into Nendoroids back in the day. I had over 100 of them.
Hmm.
And majority of that collection was because of Token Rambu, which is like sword boys. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all like so you know Uma Musume. So you got the horse
Yes.
girls. The girls had had the sword boys. That's what those were our guys, okay? Those were our fascinations.
Gotcha.
Cuz
I
I
have
think
heard of that, but I had no
yes.
idea what it was.
It's similar. It's basically like not really similar to Uma Musume, but there was definitely some gotcha elements where you had to like craft the swords. So you had to like collect materials, craft the swords, and it's like a random chance that you could get like such and such.
Yeah.
Um, the gameplay about it was just I want to say it's almost like a rogue. Well, like is it? Yeah, like a rogue like little. Oh God, it's so hard to explain that one. Have you played Fate Grand Order before, or have you
No.
seen it? Oh, dang. Okay. But no, it's just like you take your sword boys, you send them out on quests and missions and stuff. You got to make sure they don't die cuz if they die then it takes forever for them to get fixed and it's just like a whole shenanigans. So like and used to it was such a roundabout way to try and play it just because it was not released to the west for like the longest time. So I
Yeah.
had to like freaking go in a website that's all in Japanese and then play it through there. But yeah, so we had our sword boys, and every time an Android came out, I bought it without question. And eventually I had like a crap ton of them. But after a while, after like moving into the place that I am in now, I had to just sell so much of my stuff just because I was like, it was just not sustainable to keep holding on to everything. Having to box everything and move it around was too much. So I was like, nope, I had to like had to shrink the collection. I think I only have like literally just maybe like 15 figures total now.
Hmm.
But now I'm on the Labubu train. I will admit. I will admit. I will admit. Look, listen. It all started with my sister. She brought like she was like, "Oh
It's
yeah,
her
I just got it."
fault.
It is her fault. It's her fault. She made me feel bad because the very first one she got was like a fake one. It was a little foo-foo. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad for her because she was like looking forward to it. And she was like, oh, I can't wait. And then eventually it came out like sick. It looked terrible. But then eventually she finally got her hands on a real one. So she and I, we were like looking at it. We were like, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I think I want one now. So then I got my first one, and that one started whispering to me. It was like, "Get me friends. I need friends." And from one, it turned into 15. So I have 15 Labubus.
I love how people are so utterly polarized on the subject of Labubus.
Yes! I was surprised. Like it was funny because like I 100% I get the feeling the reason for being is kind of brought back to life in me that used to be like the collector me because I used to be like
Yes.
looking for that deal, looking around. I ended up learning about freaking auctions. There are people who are like there are streamers out there who are just like auction streamers and stuff. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? It was like a whole new world. And I was like, I was getting all my Labubus for steals.
I I
I was
mean,
like, wow.
I actually kind of get it. I mean, I'm not interested in Labubu specifically, but back in the day, there was a Lego product called
Mhm.
Bionicle, and
Yes,
and
yes.
they had all the different Bionicle had masks, and you could
Yep,
buy masks separately at the store, but they were randomized, so you didn't know what you were gonna get. And so you bought a whole
exactly.
bunch, and you were just desperately looking for the gold colored ones.
Yes, yes, like, it's like, I remember having a Lego phase, I had that figure phase, I have a
Mm,
Hot Wheels phase pending, and right now it's currently happening because 'cause I've just been I think I have, like, freaking probably it's not it's a small collection still just because 'cause I'm very picky about my cars. but I definitely have more than 10 Hot Wheels. Like it's I just have like a collector bug in me.
I still have somewhere, like somewhere in a dusty closet somewhere, I have a whole case full of those Hot Wheel cars
Oh my
from my
goodness.
childhood.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I've been collecting all of the Miata ones because that's my dream car. This stinky little dinky little car, this little go kart. It's just I'm just so drawn by it, and I can't wait. I want to get like one of the older ones, like in real life, so bad,
mm.
so bad. I need a collection.
There's a streamer that I watch. Are you familiar with Pipkin Pippa?
Yes, I am.
She,
I
she
am.
she had something of a Miata thing on her stream for an extended period. So I am familiar with the
There you
Miata thing
go.
now.
Yes. I loved them. I loved them so much. Like, I have no idea how the heck. I honestly, I'm trying to figure out how. I guess it's just because they have such a goofy face. Like the old ones have such a goofy smile to them.
Yeah,
They're so cute.
it's the round headlights.
Yep. Yep.
Round headlights have character.
They do. They do. Pop-ups in general because like 90s JDM. Oh, so, beautiful freaking cars. I
Mm.
miss them so much.
Oh boy. And my final question for the evening: what smell reminds you of home?
I believe vanilla, like anything vanilla, because I was such so Bath and Body Works is my it's where I go to church basically
Ah.
because every time they get those semi-annual sales,
Mm-hmm.
I actually like it's by tradition. I buy everybody. I think it's like a body wash and a lotion
Mm.
and a hand sanitizer for Christmas. Like everybody gets that little bundle from me every time. It's the
Bath and Body Works is the best, is the
yes.
most consistent Christmas present place ever.
Exactly. I'm just like, look, that's my go-to for shopping. And then I buy like, I could literally last an entire year off of just one shopping spree because of how crazy their deals are.
Yeah.
And anything vanilla, I used to be obsessed with. So obsessed that my parents were like, okay, you gotta stop getting vanilla stuff because you're stinking up the whole house in vanilla. And I'm just like, I love it so much. So it's been a long time since I've actually gotten like a vanilla flavored thing or scented, better said. I'm not out there eating
Yeah.
lotion, but okay,
Don't eat the lotion. Don't eat the candles.
but I love it. Like vanilla sugar cookie. I think is one of them too. Oh, just I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait to go shopping now.
Oh
You're
yes.
just driving the spending brain in me. That's gonna be retail therapy part
Yeah.
27,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Forget Yankee Candle. Yankee Candle
No,
stinks. Bath
and I
and
feel
Body
like
Works.
they're expensive as hell too.
I know. What?
Yeah, I've never really bought from them before.
I bought a few times.
Oh,
Bath and Body Works is much
no,
better.
they're
It's
they're
far
on
superior.
top. They're on top.
Yeah, and far more affordable. Anyway,
Uh,
weird note to end on.
we're gonna start eating lotion soon. It's okay. It'll happen.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, Crystal. I do
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
And if anyone out in the audience is for what am I saying is interest, you should subscribe to Crystal
There
immediately.
we go.
Uh,
Yes.
there will be links in the description to this video, and I'll post them inside chat as well. So be sure to check her out. And with that, I was your host, Jack Jinseki, and joining me today was Crystal. Bye bye, everybody.
Goodbye.